Hello and welcome back to my grass monotype of Pokemon Emerald Omega. In the last episode, we defeated Brawly at the Gifford Town Gym and then made our way up to Slateport, where we confronted Team Aqua as they tried to rob Captain Stern of the Devon goods. And now we are ready to move on from here. We've already done the first few battles here on Route 110. And I think we stopped off just before our rival. Now, our team has changed quite dramatically, because here on Route 110 you can actually find Oddish, and so I spent quite a long time trying to find an Oddish in order to catch it, and so here we have our Oddish here. Chlorophyll is its ability, Relaxed Nature, which isn't too bad, I think. We also have Mega Drain, Acid, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder. You can see that I've also been leveling up these mons, just as essentially, in order to get them closer to the main team mons. We also have our Chikorita, level 25 with Tackle, Synthesis, Razor Leaf, Poison Powder. This one is an Impish Nature, which is not too bad. I'm just going to quickly remind myself which natures are which. But essentially, Meganium is obviously quite a defensive mon, not really a particularly offensively focused mon, so I really wanted to bank up on that Impish nature. So in this case, Impish is raised defense, lowest attack. The relaxed nature of our Oddish means that we have raised defense, lowered speed, which isn't ideal. Again, most of these I'd probably prefer to be bold, or alternatively, I think bold would have been best, but alas, we could not find a bold one. So these are the ones that we have. We also have our Shroomish, our Lombre, and our Nuzleaf, which is all very, very nice. So the other thing is that I think in this episode we're going to try and get to Verdanturf Town. I think that would make a good sort of stop off. But first of all, we have our battle with May. Hi Mark, long time no see. While I was searching for other Pokemon, my Pokemon grew stronger. So how about a little battle? So we'll see how this fares. She shouldn't be too difficult for us, hopefully, but we shall see. Last time we battled, she was not too bad at all, which is hopefully good signs for the future. This Beautifly probably outspeeds me and probably has Gust. I'm just going to try and Sleep Powder it. Sunspore, okay, that's... Oh, you're kidding me. It does have Gust. Does quite a lot of damage, but we can put it to sleep nicely. I think it's important that I find out what we're doing here, so we should definitely fake out into Nature Power. I'm hoping that it's Swift. It is Swift. Okay, that should take out the Beautifly. Lovely. Nuzzy level 35. We have ourselves a Jinx here, so we're going to go for the Feint Attack. Hopefully we outspeed. We do not, but misses Lovely Kiss, which is really good for us. I have realised that obviously in allowing May to have a Jinx, we've actually given her a mon that's obviously super effective against us, which we could have obviously worked our way against by essentially ensuring it such that she had to choose... if we had it so that she had to choose Elekid, then that would have been far better for us, essentially. But there we go, Nuzleaf sweeps the rest of May's team, and she gives us the Item Finder, which allows us to find, obviously, hidden items. I like how they give it to you on this route where there is actually quite a lot of sort of items sort of hidden around in the various spots in the grass, like that Great Ball. Do we have a Paralyze here? We do. Oddish. So yeah, so the aim is to currently just to keep working with Oddish and Chikorita, hopefully level them up a few levels, get them closer to the level 30s that we're dealing with everyone else. So we have a Collector and a Guitarist here who have a Lombre and an Electrike, both around the level that we sort of would expect. We'll go for the Acid because it will be super effective on both. Sorry, on the Lombre. And we'll also Razor Leaf, which will be super effective on... Oh, sorry, not super effective, but at least we'll hit the Lombre. So the Electrike. Once more we can Acid and Razor Leaf. Spark, unfortunately, paralyzes us, but there we go. And we'll just once more. Stun Spore is no worry to us. Lovely. Trickery to grows to level 26. And we send out the Nuzleaf and the Voltorb. So once more we'll Acid and we will Razor Leaf as the Voltorb goes for Rollout, which is a little worrying. But our Acid is actually very strong here. So we Mega Drain the Voltorb, which doesn't unfortunately take it out, which I thought it would, but it did not. Rollout is still not doing anything from the Voltorb. Lovely. Chikorita. Oddish also goes to level 26, so we should get 2 evolutions here. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to get our Oddish evolving into Gloom. And we should also get our Chikorita evolving into a Bayleaf. So we get ourselves a Gloom, and once more we can also have our other evolution. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go, lovely, cool. Where are we? Wrong buttons. There we go. So, Bayleaf wants to learn Grass Whistle, which is worse than Sleep Powder, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it is, so we won't learn Grass Whistle. So we get a magical sort of registration as well, and he's going to be a better man because of it. Lovely. So there you can see sort of the wild Oddish that we that are around in this area. Once more, we'll try a double battle here. I have foreseen your intentions. I cannot possibly lose. I fell off Cycling Road. I'll get over my embarrassment by battling with you. Okay, so we have a Psychic and a Triathlete to send out Abra and Magnemite. I'm going to swap you out for our Nuzleaf, because it'll be super effective on the Psychic type, and we can also just Razor Leaf the Hidden Power, Spark, and Razor Leaf does very little. We will Feint Attack the Abra, and we will... Actually, no, we'll just Fake Out the Abra and Razor Leaf again. Fake Out takes out the Abra. Ralts comes in. We can Feint Attack the Ralts, and we can hopefully Synthesis up here. And unfortunately, we go fully paralyzed. And the Hidden Power takes me out, so super effective. Could be Bug, could be Poison, could be a lot of different things. Shiftry and Nuzleaf have an annoying number of weaknesses, it must be said. So, Curlier. We'll go into Shroomisher. Spark. Synthesis. Lovely. So we'll go for the Mega Drain on the Curlier, and we will Razor Leaf. So sort of like, just because they're similar levels to us, it's not ideal. But again, we want to take it so that it's a 2-on... as soon as it becomes a 2-on-1, we will surely have the advantage here. Once more I can try and Synthesis up here. Lovely. Okay, and then you have a Doduo, which is not the mon that you want to see, really. So we will go for Stun Spore and Poison Powder. Any sort of status on this will be really, really useful to us. We'll then Headbutt, and we will swap you out for our Lombre. Headbutt does a nice chunk of damage. It's important to remember that our Shroomish is obviously a physical attacker, so if I could give him a physical grass type move, we're talking like Razor Leaf or something like that, that would be so much more useful than Mega Drain. We'll just run from these battles now as we make our way up towards Morville. So, obviously, aside from being inside Morville itself, I think it would be really good if we could go to Verdant Turf and actually do a lot of the battles along that way, because that will prepare us nicely for battling with. It would do nicely with battling with Watson in the end. Okay, so we should pop over to here though, because we want to try and get the bike. We'll get the Mark bike, lovely. I'm learning about bikes while I work. If you need advice on how to ride bikes, yeah, cool. Yeah, because essentially a lot of the battles around here make sense to do that there. Okay, so we get the Rock Smash from the Rock Smash guy. If you smash a rock, the Pokemon could fly out, finding woohoo. Cool. I don't know how much of this text is being changed. So it's good to see that we should have a variety of Pokemon that can learn Rock Smash, which is good. We'll obviously need it in order to start heading north towards Flannery. I'm pretty sure we can only use it though once we've defeated Watson. Oh, this person wants Harbour Mail. I can't remember why they want Harbour Mail. Should ask that. You can go a long way in that direction without changing direction. I might even roll that way, so we get rollout. Okay. No real point in us worrying about rollout or anything like that. That's the game corner. I always forget that there's still game corners, because obviously the game corners sort of stop in later generations. So that's Route 117, which heads to Verdant Turf. What we should do is we should just finish off some of the things around here. So you, 2 roads, 1 above, 1 below. We'll get some of these berries. No idea how useful they are. We will talk to you. Who has, as a fisherman, we should obviously have pretty big advantage. Lovely. Whalmer comes out, which obviously we are now super effective against, so we 2-shot. Lovely. Gloom goes to level 27. Yeah, Mega Drain is doing a great job here. Cool. Okay, we'll just heal up before heading down Cycling Road, because there are a fair number of battles down there. Again, all of this is just sort of leveling up our Mons. We now have a team of 5, which is great, and we'll get very close to the team of 6. Our last Mon we won't get for a fair while, though, unfortunately. Just because of... yeah. Just because it'll be harder for us to... it'll take us longer to get there. Okay. So, yeah, so these are all triathletes. Magnemites. Shouldn't not be a problem. We don't really have anything super effective here, I don't think. I wonder. Is... Paint attack is neutral, good. Okay, so Dark types. So Dark type is neutral on Steel, which is really good news for us. Obviously it should be, but I think in Gen 3 it wasn't. Which is why Steel was just so good. Okay, Triathlete Anthony sends out the Magnemite, so again we'll go into Nuzleaf. The fact that we're so over-leveled is also particularly helpful here. Speed alone won't let me win a Pokemon, I need to reconsider this. Rido. Okay. Anyway, we'll let this person come around and challenge us. Okay, so we've got Triathlete Benjamin, sends up another Magnemite. Is that all they've got around here? Put you sleep. The Bubble Beam. Magnet Bomb, I don't think Magnet Bomb's a Gen 3 one, so, a Gen 3 move, I should say. So, there's another case of sort of like them adding in a move. from later generations, which is always a nice touch. I'm pretty sure there are a fair number of moves that they've added from different generations. Good. Gloom grows to level 28. Please continue to use your not very effective steel type moves as opposed to your neutral electric type moves. That would be great. So obviously the problem we're going to have is I think currently a lot of my team members require stone evolutions. And that's obviously going to play its role going forwards. Thankfully, the Oddish that I was battling in order to obviously in order to find my the Oddish that I then evolved into a Gloom. Those Oddish actually, some of them can carry leaf stones. So I think I already have 2. Yeah, so I have 2 leaf stones, which is really, really good. Obviously, you know, is the start of essentially being able to evolve most of my mons here. The reason that I'm not doing it straight away is because stone evolutions are known for pretty much not learning anything once they evolve, and they can be really, really poor in terms of that. And so I just would like to guarantee that I have I would love to sort of just be able to essentially guarantee that I have good movesets before evolving, because that could be a problem. Although I know that I also need to be continually going back to the move reminder eventually, just because I think it's in the game documents that they advise you do that, just because a lot of moves are sort of given to different mons in sort of different ages and stuff like that. So we'll just cycle back. Lovely. And now we'll start making our way down Route 117, I think. I need to get off the bike. I never like moving on the bike. Never fully got fully used to it. Okay, lovely. So obviously we have Wally up there, who's trying to take on Watson at the Marlborough Gym. We also have the daycare. I left my Pokemon at the daycare. Yeah, cool. More triathletes along this route. Could also be more grass types. Like this is usually where we'd find Roselia, and I do believe Roserade is in the game, which made it a pretty viable option. I was considering it. In the end, I chose not to use Roselia or Roserade because I already have quite a few sort of offensive mons on my team, and so I figured it would be better to have a defensive, like some defensive mons, just because, or at least some mons that can definitely take some hits, because being in set battle mode and stuff like that means you really can't, you know, you've really got to take more things like that into consideration. Okay, so we've got another Pokemon breeder here who has a Whismur. Bailey grows level 28. These mons are actually pretty low level, actually, which is good news for me. Should mean relatively good experience, although Pichu won't be. Dual screens, Makihita as the, it's not ideal, but just wipes it out with fake outs. I think I've got not normal gem, but Silk Scar? Yeah, Silk Scars. So obviously it boosts normal type moves. Okay. So we've got Anna and Meg here, who have a Zigzagoon and a Makihita. Once more we will raise Leaf and Acid. Lovely. Ah, so close. Lovely, good work. And then we have another triathlete here with a duo. Nice. Okay, and then we have the air is tasty here. We've got an option of who you want to battle there, pretty much. As in, like, do you want it to be a double battle? Or do you want 3 single battles? You essentially can make your choice there, which is quite nice. So in this case, we're going to do 3 single battles. Okay, good work, Lombre. So we still don't have the access to cut, which I always find rather amusing. So we've got a Bug Maniac here. It could be a problem. V-Drill. We'll go Gloom here, as he goes for the Rage. Brings out Twin Needle. Like, yeah, we don't have anything to hit you super effectively at all. As he withdraws, goes out into the Dustox, which we'll just try and weaken with Headbutt. I think Lombre is going to be pretty much my best bet for this battle. And Rage, but does not kill me with Rage, which is really good. Shroomish grows to level 33 and wants to learn Growth. Forces body to grow affected by sun. Could put on Growth. I don't think I need both Stun Spore and Poison Powder. I think I've already got Stun Spore on someone else, so I'll get rid of that. Beautifly. We'll just stay in. Like, go to the Mega Drain. Why are you Mega Draining me? Very odd decision. Anyway, Nuzleaf. Fake out into Swift. Lovely. You see a Butterfree, which we can just Nature Power. Thankfully, Supersonic missed, so we don't need to worry about Confusion. Lovely. And Shroomish wants to evolve once more. Sorry, Shroomish, I know you want to evolve, but I'm just going to keep it going. You're doing a great job. Lovely. Okay, you can't consider yourself a trainer until you have faith in your Pokemon. Yada yada yada. There's a move that keeps getting stronger when you keep using it in a row. It's Fury Cutter. Says the battle tent in Verdanturf. I think here in Verdanturf we can actually buy evolutionary stones. If that is true, that would be actually really, really good for us. So, lovely. Bayleaf grows to level 30. I don't know why I didn't Mega Drain there, but there we go. Badoo can be Acid. It is Poison type, so it's not super effective, is what I mean. As we see the assist come out from the Skitty, and I am just asleep for max turns, I think that was. Bonsly can suffer to my Mega Drain. Gloom grows to level 29. So we get Pokemon Breeder Lydia in there. Oh, these are how pretty I planted them all. We can pop out the back, and as we find one Repel and a Great Ball, and then we battled you, but we haven't battled you. Psychic type trainer with a Curlier should not be a problem. Okay, so there you saw, I think that was Dazzle Gleam. They call it Dazzle Gleam because there's not enough text for Dazzling Gleam, but essentially, obviously, it's a Fairy type move, so I need to remember that if it's Fairy, I can still use my Poison types. Hot winning streak, so I decided my Battle Tent debut. Do you see the cave? Cave towards Rustborough. What do you call a wild man up in the mountains? A mountain man. So yeah. So this shouldn't be a problem. Perfect mons for, you know, this sort of type of team. Oh, they halted development here to protect Pokemon. It's a feel-good story. This is obviously where all the Whismur are. So you're looking for black glasses, I'm sure. I don't remember where the black glasses are at all, but could be useful for us, just having, like, you know, powered up dark type moves. So we'll just have a quick search. And obviously, we can just find out where it is later on. Okay, cool, yeah, this is... Oh no, there we go, finally, find the black glasses, cool. Alright, so he says that he's looking for black glasses, but they're not the right ones. Okay, so with that in mind, do we have the next one? Oh yeah, so there are these guys who want to cut through, but we can't do it because we don't have Rock Smash yet. Or at least we can't use Rock Smash yet. Okay, so in that case, I think we'll throw a Wild Snubble in here. Quite interesting. Okay, so in that case, I think what we'll do is we'll call this episode to an end here. Have a nice, like, there's no point in sort of continuing on. In the next episode, I think we'll just try and look towards battling Watson at the Marvel City Gym. One thing I do just want to check right at the end, though, is go into the map and see... So we've got Nest Balls, a Fluffy Tail, but you... Firestone, Waterstone... So Waterstone, Leafstone, Froststone, and the upgrade. So I'm assuming Froststone is like the Glaceon, maybe? Sort of like a new item just sort of added for it. But yeah, so Leafstone is in... I think we've got the Leafstones we need, but we also need a Waterstone in order to evolve Lombre into Ludicolo, so we'll bear that in mind. Okay, but yeah, no, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. It's been nice and successful. We are still slightly over-leveled, but it's working very much to our advantage. We'll see how well we can sort of go before the levels start catching up. And whilst Watson certainly doesn't have like an advantage against me, Flannery certainly does, so maybe the increased levels will actually help us. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my Grass Monotype of Pokemon Emerald Omega, and I hope you'll join me on the next.